Today's video is me explaining what is living in the end and why you're struggling with it, how you can improve, and the easiest ways to live in the end. So let's get started. Okay, living in the end is basically when you're thinking, feeling, acting as a person who has what they want. And living in the end also involves you being so focused on the present moment and focusing on the now instead of the past, the future. So when you're worried about the past, you're reaffirming things that have happened and you're continuing to create them by continuing to reaffirm the past into your present by continuing thinking about them, feeling them as if they're happened, and then perpetuating them in the future, which future is basically on your past events and what you think, what you believe. And living in the end is not supposed to be something so complicated, so complex. It's supposed to be natural, effortless, and normal for you to experience what you want. And I recently uploaded a subliminal, which kind of embodies that type of energy. You don't need to be delusional because you're already experiencing it. It's very natural for you. When I think of living in the end, I think of the Nine of Cups in tarot, which is all about wish fulfillment. You can have everything you want. Success is like at your fingertips, and how you are dissatisfied because, that's your life. You may be struggling with living in the end. For example, if you're not able to live in the end, maybe you're not actively choosing desired thoughts. For example, you want to be really lucky. You want to embody luck. But then again, you're always thinking, why am I not lucky? Why am I not lucky? Not actively choosing to be lucky, yet you're still wanting it, but you're not really embodying that energy first. Same with anything. With wealth, you want wealth. You want to be rich. Who doesn't? But then you still choose to be worried about the prices. Oh, this is too much. Oh, if I spend this, then this much is going to be deducted, and this. Being too much about that. And also, you don't trust the process of the universe, how things will unfold. Yourself are a strong self-concept, so you're overly controlling of the circumstances, how it shows up, when it shows up, and you're constantly thinking about when, where, how. So it's basically the way you view yourself and your life. For example, how much money you're able to earn, how confident you are, how good your life can be, how easy your life is, how much money you deserve, how success comes to you, how much happiness you have in your life. It's all self-concept, the way you view yourself and your life overall in all aspects. And also, you're giving 3D too much power. And the 3D reality is basically, you already know, it's the reality you are currently experiencing, the 3D reality. And you're giving it too much power by thinking that the external reality is fact and it's more real than what your inner reality is creating. And you think that external creates the external reality around you is what's creating your reality, but it's actually the internal which is creating your reality. And here's a reminder that there is never a lack. There's never a lack. There's always an abundance of whatever you want. So, for example, here's a chart I have here showing that money, okay? Either or. It's either you have the abundance of having it or the abundance of not having it. No in between. You either have it or you don't, and there's an abundance on each side. Same with anything. Love, career. You either have an abundance of it or you have abundance of not having it. Everything is always abundant. That's why we always say the universe is abundant. It's abundant and, negative, positive, all that. It's all that is up to you in terms of how you interpret it. So how do we actually live in the end? So in order to live in the end, you have to think, how would the ideal self you would be thinking, feeling, acting right now if you had your desire naturally? So asking yourself this question, you immediately start to realize how, you wouldn't be worrying about this thing or stressing about this small thing. It's also insignificant because if you already had what you want, you wouldn't even care. It was just not part of your problem, your daily life. It's not your problem because if you already have it, you wouldn't even be worrying about it. You wouldn't even be stressing about it. And therefore, living in the end is so natural for you. We do this all the time. It's not something so abnormal. It's just about being aware that this is normal, and therefore we're making it work for ourselves. So for example, if there's a presentation you have, for school, for uni, whatever, for work, and you already have an assumption of your mind, how everyone will act, how you will feel, how you will act, what will happen, etc., etc. You're nervous, you're anxious, or maybe it's the opposite side. Maybe you're feeling confident for a presentation. Everyone will give you good feedback. Everyone will be happy, will cheer for you, all that. So that's mentally rehearsing or living in the end. We're replaying those scenarios, those feelings, those thoughts, those beliefs over and over in our mind because we feel that, that's how it is. That's how it's supposed to be. And therefore, you go about your presentation, assuming, thinking, and acting as if your mental scene is true. So this can be applied with literally anything. If we want to manifest something into our life, we have to start mentally rehearsing or living in the end as if assuming, thinking, acting, whatever I wrote here, as if it already will happen because the presentation hasn't happened yet. How do you know? How do you know it's going to turn out that way? How do you know? You assume it. You think it. You feel it. You keep replaying those memories over and over in your mind. The same way if you have a memory of that scenario, you can have a memory with another scenario. And you can keep repeating that scenario over and over in your mind until it happens. So the most easiest ways to live in the end, meditating for 10 to 15 minutes a day. By meditating, you can slow down your brainwave state instead of a more beta alpha wave state, we can go to a more delta and more alpha wave state, which is a little bit more connected to our subconscious mind, very slower waves. And by doing that, we can have more access to the subconscious mind and reprogram it, rewire it, be able to mentally rehearse our scenarios and repeat affirmations alongside doing that. And by doing this over and over, also subliminals are really good because it's kind of like a placebo effect in which when you listen to it, you already assume you're going to get what you want. I don't know about the time, the length, that's all up to you, how long it takes, how much you have to listen to, but you have an assumption by listening to subliminals, you'll get what you want. And it's true because there's the affirmations underneath that they do reprogram your subconscious mind but as well your placebo also works hand in hand with that, because your thoughts are more powerful. Subliminals, they only work if you think they do or if you believe they do. They don't have it any other way. So if you believe that they're going to help you, if they're going to provide all the benefits for you, they will. So your belief in them alongside with all the benefits they offer will help with that. Now here are some reminders to ask yourself if you're getting triggered. If you're getting triggered with your reality, if you're like your 3D circumstance is getting in your way, there's everything you can ask yourself. So would you be feeling this way if you already had your desire right now? Right now, everything right now. Would you be feeling this way? Would you be thinking this way? Would you be acting this way? And another way to think about it is, what if it just happened 10 minutes ago? Like 10 minutes ago, it literally just happened. So all the emotions, everything is still a little bit more fresh. What would you be feeling? What would you be thinking? What would you be acting? Relieved, happy, content, thinking, oh my God, of course it happened. Yes, finally, I'm so excited. You would be thinking, having those natural feelings, natural thoughts, natural assumptions. And what if it happened last week? So it's not that fresh, but still pretty fresh, pretty recent. You're like, yes, yeah, it did happen. It's just like natural. It's not even that. You don't even have it on a pedestal anymore, because yeah, it just happened last week. Okay, like you already went through the emotions, so now you just have it naturally. And some affirmations you can repeat when these thoughts pop up. So you ask yourself these questions, right? So what can you think? Okay, when your negative, undesirable thoughts pop up, you can say, it's done. It already manifested. Everything's unfolding in the best way possible. All my desires just keep on manifesting. I manifest instantly. It's natural for me to experience what I want. You can put on an affirmation tape and just loop it over and over and over and over. Keep reminding yourself that those are your affirmations, and that's it. That's all you have to do. You have to be current, aware, and just be aware in your present mind. Like, okay, important note, like you don't have to constantly be thinking, feeling as if to just make everything natural and normal for you, because you're not going to put that much effort and that much resistance, like those, like, what do you call it, low, like those heavy feelings on top of it, because that's just putting, like, I don't know, extra emphasis on it. Instead, make it natural. Feel, like, constantly take deep breaths and allow yourself to feel, yeah, it's natural. Deep breaths, slow down and say, like, live your life, keep yourself busy, to take your mind off of it, do things that fulfill you, that make you feel happy. You know, there's all, like, a really popular saying in law of attraction, set it and forget it. And I do like that, because, you know, like, only focus on whenever you think of your desire, only focus of the abundance of having it. Like, these are the affirmations you can think of. But other than that, you don't have to be constantly thinking or feeling about it. Like, it's really just making it as natural as possible and keeping yourself busy and living your best life. That's all there is to it. Okay, so that's all there is to this video. It's really simple, really short, because there's nothing that much complicated to it. It's really easy as it sounds, living in the end, simply making whatever you desire natural, simple, effortless, through thinking, feeling, and acting as if it already happened. And whatever, I gave you questions to ask yourself, I gave you affirmations you can repeat, and I also told you why you may be struggling. So if there's aspects you struggle with in that list, then start working on them, like self-concept you work through, affirmations you work through, meditation, I gave you the ways to live in the end. And just don't overthink it, don't think too much about it. It's easy, it's natural, it's simple. Like, that's all we're going to affirm. We're going to continue to say that it's easy, natural, simple to get what we want. It's nothing that out of the ordinary. We do it anyway. We're natural manifestors. We're natural creators. This is who we are. Therefore, you don't have to do anything that much outside of you, because everything is within, right? Anyway, that's all I have for today's video. I hope you learned a lot. I hope you relearned a lot. I hope this motivated you, this inspired you. I intend it really does. Thank you guys for watching. You are enough. You deserve the best, and I'll see you soon. Bye.